The Declaration of the Rights of Man. This was passed during the early stages of the French Revolution. It was approved by the new National Assembly of France on August 26, 1789. This is a few months after they took the tennis court oath and left the Estates General. The representatives of the French people organized as a national assembly, believing that the neglect of the rights of man are the sole cause of all our problems and of the corruption of the government, have determined to set forth in a solemn declaration of the natural, unchangeable, and sacred rights of man, in order that this declaration shall tend to the maintenance of the Constitution and result in the happiness of all. And therefore, the National Assembly recognizes and proclaims, in the presence and under the auspices of the Supreme Being, the following rights of man and of the citizen. 1. Men are born and remain free and equal in rights. 2. The aim of all government is the preservation of the natural and unchangeable rights of man. These rights are life, liberty, property, security, and resistance to oppression. 4. Liberty consists in the freedom to do everything which injures no one else. 5. Law can only prohibit such actions as are hurtful to society. Nothing may be prevented which is not forbidden by law, and no one may be forced to do anything not provided for by the law. 6. Law is the expression of the general will of the people. Every citizen has a right to participate personally or through his representative in its foundation. It must be the same for all. All citizens, being equal in the eyes of the law, are equally eligible to all dignities and to all public positions and occupations, according to their abilities and talents. 7. No person shall be accused, arrested, or imprisoned, except in the cases and according to the forms prescribed by the law, again, which is written by the people. 9. As all persons are held innocent until they shall have been declared guilty, so innocent until guilty. 11. The free communication of ideas and opinions is one of the most precious of the rights of man. Every citizen may accordingly speak, write, and print with freedom, but shall be responsible for such abuses of this freedom as shall be defined by the law. 13. A common contribution or a tax is essential for the maintenance of the public forces and for the cost of administration. This should be equitably distributed among all the citizens in proportion to their means or income. Everyone should pay taxes, and you pay based on what you make. Document A. Document B. Olympe Georges, I'm crucifying this woman's name, sorry. Declaration of the Rights of Women and Citizen. September 1791, so it's a couple years after. Mothers, daughters, sisters, female representatives of the nation asked to be constituted as a national assembly. Considering that ignorance, neglect, or contempt for the rights of women are the sole causes of public misfortunes and governmental corruption, they have resolved to set forth in a solemn declaration the natural, inalienable, and sacred rights of women. In consequence, the sex that is superior in beauty as in courage, needed in maternal sufferings, recognizes and declares, in the presence and under the auspices of the Supreme Being, the following rights of women and the citizeness. If you notice, they're trying to mimic the model of the Declaration of Rights of Man to kind of point out that women are leaving out here. The document then goes on to list the rights of women that they should also possess, including free speech rights, equal treatment in the workplace and access to jobs, equal treatment under the law, the right to claim children born out of wedlock and not be ashamed about it, and equal taxation. They also stress equal responsibility. These are still somewhat revolutionary ideas today. Then at the very end they say, "Women, wake up. The tocsin of reason sounds throughout the universe. Recognize your rights. The powerful empire of nature is no longer surrounded by prejudice, fanaticism, superstition, and lies. The torch of truth has dispersed all the clouds of folly and usurpation. Enslaved man has multiplied his force and needs yours to break his chains. Having become free, he has become unjust towards his companion. Oh, women, when will you cease to be blind? What advantages have you gathered in the revolution? A scorn more marked, a disdain more obvious. Whatever the barriers set up against you, it is in your power to overcome them. You only have to want it. Let us pass now to the appalling account of what you have been in society. And since national education is an issue at the moment, let us see if our wise legislators will think sanely about the education of women." So a couple years into the revolution, women have yet to see the gains. They're saying, we need to declare our own revolution. Document C, National Assembly of France, decreeing abolishing the feudal system, where peasants have to work for nobles for free. August 1789. Article 1, The National Assembly hereby completely abolishes, gets rid of the feudal system in which peasants worked the land for the nobles. It decrees that among the existing rights and dues representing personal serfdom or kind of slavery shall be abolished. Article 3, the exclusive right to hunt and to maintain unenclosed warrens is likewise abolished. So only certain people can hunt. That's not fair. Everyone can. Article 5, taxes of every description devoted to the maintenance of churches are abolished, on condition, however, that some other method be devised to provide for the expenses of divine worship, the support of the officiating clergy, for the assistance of the poor, for repairs and rebuilding of churches and parsonages, and for the maintenance of all institutions, seminaries, schools, academies, asylums, and organizations to which the funds are devoted. So basically, forced mandated taxes to pay for the church is no longer a thing, but we do got to find a way to help the churches survive. Article 9, financial tax privileges for the first and second estates are abolished forever. Taxes shall be collected from all citizens and from all property in the same manner and in the same form. Article 11, all citizens without distinction of birth are eligible to any office or dignity. Anybody can be whatever they want. Article 17, the National Assembly solemnly proclaims the King, Louis XVI, the restorer of the French liberty. So they are saying we recognize the King as our liberty and protector.